Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Radwan. I'm a Visual Studio LM MVP and Senior LM Consultant at Marble LM. In this video, I will collect all parts of our scenario of upgrading TFS 2010 to TFS 2012 with migration to a new hardware. This video collects all parts so we can see the whole scenario as a one video from the beginning to the end. This is the system before the upgrade. So the old system consists of these two machines. The first machine is a domain controller that has Windows Server 2008 R2 Service Pack 1 with Active Directory and DNS, of course. The second machine is a TFS 2010 that has SQL Server 2008 R2 Service Pack 1 Enterprise Edition and Analysis Service, Reporting Service. It also has Windows SharePoint Server 2010 configured to integrate with TFS 2010. It also has TFS 2010 build service configured to working with the TFS. The operating system for the TFS 2010 is a Windows Server 2008 R2 Service Pack 1 with latest updates. This is the new machine that will hold the TFS 2012 and migrate the old TFS 2010 to it. This is the new system after the upgrade. We can see here that the new server will have Windows Server 2012. It will also have SQL Server 2012 with Service Pack 1 with Analysis Service and Reporting Service. It will also have Build Server. I will use the old machine as a SharePoint. I will not uninstall the SharePoint 2010 and I will use it as a SharePoint machine to work with the new environment, and I will install the build server in the new machine TFS 2012. So at the end of the upgrade we will have a TFS 2012 server and SharePoint 2010 server and domain controller. The first machine is a Windows Server 2008 R2 with Active Directory and DNS. Active Directory has all TFS Service Account needed. The second machine is a TFS 2010, a Windows Server 2008 R2 and TFS install. Let's open the administration console. We have here SharePoint 2010 configure, reporting service, building server as well configured and working properly. We also have SQL Server 2008 R2 Enterprise Edition with Analysis Service and Reporting Service as well. Okay, let's close this. I will open the control panel to start uninstall the TFS 2010. Let's go to the uninstall. Write team. There is three components: Team Explorer, Team Foundation Server and Object Model. I will start by uninstall the Team Explorer. Okay, right click and uninstall. Remove. Yes. Okay. Next, uninstall. Now the uninstallation complete successfully. Let's uninstall the TFS. Okay, uninstall. Successful. Remove the object model. Now it's removed. Then I will insert the TFS 2012 Update 1 media into the DVD driver for my virtual machine. I will go to the remote SharePoint extension to install the SharePoint extension. Okay. Need to restart the machine. The machine will restart. Log into the machine with the domain admin account Radwan. The installation will continue and the configuration center will open. Let's start wizard. Configure the TFS extension for SharePoint. Okay, start. Next. We just have warning for the memory, it is less than 10 gigabyte. Okay, it will work well. Configure. Now the configuration success. Let's close this. So let's click on extension for SharePoint products. Here how we grant access for TFS to working with SharePoint. So here we're telling SharePoint that TFS can work with you. So we have to give permission for TFS. But the TFS must be installed and configured first so we can give this permission. But we didn't. So we just examined the old configuration. So let's start this and modify access. Here we can see this is the old TFS 2010. We will put here the new TFS after installation. Let's close this and go to the new machine. It has Windows Server 2012 with latest updates. I will configure the IP to point the DNS of the domain controller. Let's go and remove IP version 6 and configure IP version 4. I will type the IP of the domain controller so we can join the domain. Okay. After that, let's change the name of the computer and join the domain. Right click, property, advanced, change. I will write TFS 12 up. This is the machine name, and here I will enter the domain dc08.com. I will enter the domain admin account, Emerald1, and my password. Welcome, okay. Restart the machine. Now let's log in with domain admin account, Emerald1. Okay, I will now go to add role feature, next, till I give the feature, and I will check .NET Framework 3.5, restart if needed, and click specify source. I will insert the Windows Server 2012 CD, the ISO file, into my DVD drive, and then put the source here to the file needed for the installation. I prefer to check the path. Okay, it's okay. Let's start installing feature. As the installation complete, I'll insert the DVD or the media of the SQL Server 2012 Service Pack 1 Enterprise Edition. Run setup. Yes. Let's close this. Install new SQL installation. Okay, close. Product key. Accept. I can choose this to send information as we want. So okay. Next, SQL Server installation feature. Okay, I will choose here the database, full text, analysis, reporting, client tool connectivity, and management tool basic. Next. Okay, next, the default instance. Okay, everything is going well. Here I will make every service as a automatic and leave the default. collision must be very important to match the old server collision. I will add the current and TFS service, which is the service account used for TFS configuration. I will add also for the analysis service. Okay, so now the installation starts. Okay, installation now complete. We'll close this and start to create the shared folder. Share. And I will add everyone on their read and write. This folder will be used for restoring and backup files. I will review my IP now so I can use it in the share. 102. Okay. Now we will start going to install TFS 2012. I will insert the media. TFS 2012 update 1. Okay. And start install. I accept the license and install. After the installation complete, close the wizard. We're going to update Windows with all Microsoft products so we can update any update can exist. Check for updates. I will install the update and restart the machine. Okay, after the machine restart, I will start logging to the machine with the domain admin account. Check for update again to make sure that there is no update available. Now it's okay. Let's go to the path for the new tool that comes with TFS 2012, which is the backup tool. I will copy that path and open the command line as an administrator. Let's right click on the administrator, type CD and paste the path. Okay, TFS backup. This will launch the TFS backup tool. I will write here TFS 2010, which is the old server that has the SQL connect. This will make an error because I didn't open the firewall, so let's go there and temporarily stop the firewall so we can connect to the database. Okay, get back to the new machine, connect. Now it's connected and retrieve all the available database. Let's review that we have 7 checked database by default. I will take them. I will also take the path of the shared folder that I will use to store the backup file. Here is the path of the shared folder and put it to backup 2 and then start the backup. Now the backup is complete successfully. Let's close. I will go to the older machine to start the backup the encryption key. Open the reporting service configuration manager, connect TFS 2010, encryption key and start backup. I will also put the path of the shared folder. Okay, I will write the key. Okay, and then I will write the password and retype it. Remember this password very important because we will use it when we restore the key. Make sure that the backup was successful. Okay, let's close this and get back to the new machine. Now we will restore the database and the reporting key. Let's run TFS restore, connect, add share folder, and I will put the share folder that has the backup and the key of the reporting service. Okay, select. Okay, I will choose all database. I must overwrite here because the reporting service will replace. Otherwise the restoration will fail. So now we examine the restore. Now it's completed successfully. We're going now to restore the encryption key. Open the configuration manager for reporting service, connect. We need to change the database first that we restored now. Okay, existing. We need to test the connection first. It's okay. I will choose the restore database TFS Service. Okay. So now the database is restored. So let's restore the encryption key. I would go to the shared folder that has the backup key. Select the backup key. Type the password. Okay. Review the restoration success. Go to the scale out and remove the old server. It will have this error, so I will remove it manually using the command line. But let's go to the tool path, copy the path of the tool, RS key management, and I will go to the command line, of course as administrator, cd path, then enter. I will write RS key -L to list all the available servers. We have 2 servers. So I will start removing RS key remove -R using the GUID. So I will copy the GUID of the old server, paste here and remove. Confirmation, yes. Let's list again to make sure it's removed. Yes, it's removed. Let's see how this reflects on the UI. Now it's removed. Now we can configure TFS 2012 for upgrade. Let's go to the administration console, team project collection, configure. Choose upgrade, start wizard. Now we will list the available database. This is the restored database. Check this. Use the account when using the TFS services. This is the account created for TFS on the domain controller. Test. Configure the reporting. Okay, let's check and populate URL. Next. List the warehouse. Okay. The analysis service. Test. It's working. Reporting service. I will put here the reporting service account, which is TFS reports. Putting the password and test. It's okay. Configure SharePoint. And here I will change the URL to point to the old server, which is TFS 2010. This is the name of the machine. Must be configured so we can connect to it. Test. It's okay now. Let's review the configuration. Next. Now the configuration readiness check. Here is just a warning to remind me that it need manually configure the SharePoint for the TFS. Configure and start the configuring. The upgrade start. Now it's complete successfully. I will close this and start going to change the URL. I will put here the new URL of the TFS, which is TFS 12 up. This is the new server now for TFS, and this now the server is okay. Let's configure the SharePoint by going to the SharePoint and repair the connection, but we need first to go to the old machine which has the SharePoint to start grant access for TFS, removing this, and grant access for the TFS, the new one. Here put the TFS, store the key, close this, okay, get back to the new TFS and start repairing the connection. Now as we can see here, this is the SharePoint machine and the repair completed successfully. Let's review our upgrade. We need to install Team Explorer. Okay, exit, install. Launch Team Explorer so we can connect to the new TFS to examine the existing project and how this upgraded. Let's connect to Team Foundation server, connect to the new server. We'll find the older project exists. Let's check for the feature. Let's go to the source control. The source control now is upgraded successfully. We have the source code. So let's go to the work items, query the backlog. We have all the user story. Let's go to the SharePoint documents, click on show project portal, enter the username and the password. Okay, we'll need to add this to the trusted site so the report is working properly. Okay, then refresh, enter the username, password. It's working now, but let's make sure the connection to the reporting has no error. Refresh. Now it is working. Let's review the new feature by going to the Team Web Access. Enter the username and password. We need also to add this to the trusted site to working properly. Alt. Okay. Security trusted. Refresh. Okay, now it's working. Let's review the new tool like Passport and the backlog. We will find it is not working. This is because the process template itself, because it is different, so we need to upgrade this process template. So let's configure the upgrade. Here it verify if it could be automatically upgraded or not. It could, so we will configure to the recommended process template. Now it's successfully completed. Let's close and refresh the task board. Now there is no iteration selected, so let's select iteration. We'll go to the iteration and select all. Okay, close this and refresh again task board. Now the task board is working, but there is no user story assigned, so let's assign existing user story or add user story. I will add user story to any iteration. Let's review the task board. Now the task board is available and working with the old project. The final step in our scenario to upgrade the TFS build service, we need first to add the TFS build service account to local administrator. So we will go to the server manager tool, computer management, and open the local user and the groups, administrator, add, and add TFS build. Okay, let's open the TFS administration console. Go to the build the configuration and configure and install the configuration. Start wizard to retrieve the default collection, because as we know, build configure by collection. Okay, next we'll here replace the existing build machine. As we can see that TFS 2010 not available. Next we'll put here the TFS build account, DC08 TFS build, and put the password, of course the domain account, test. Next and configure, review the configuration. Now it succeeds. Close and examine. Now the build agent and build controller are working properly, and now we are finishing the upgrade. At the end, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I would be more than happy for answering any inquiry about the content. Thank you.